Hello, and welcome again to KET's online adult learning programs, FastForward and Workplace Essential Skills. My name is Elizabeth. I'm an adult education specialist at KET. I hope you've already joined me for the first parts of this training where we walked through the steps to log into your account for the first time and set up your profile. So for teachers, this video will guide you through the key functions of the platform you'll use to support your students, including setting up your classes and managing your roster. So I've already logged in here, and once you log in on your dashboard, you'll see the top menu here. We're going to look today specifically at the Class Tools tab. From here, you'll have access to everything you need: the teacher toolkit, gradebook, reports, student study plans, and class rosters. So let's take a closer look at each of these. First up, the teacher toolkit. This is your go-to resource library packed with helpful documents, supplemental lesson plans, standards, correlations, and testing information. You've got your side menu here, which you can open and close, and you can also follow the menu here. So like I mentioned, assessment target correlations, specific subject area information, including supplemental classroom resources, test tips, and so forth. So we highly recommend spending a few minutes exploring this space as you're getting started. It's like a curated virtual filing cabinet right at your fingertips. So let's go back to the menu, class tools, and next option is gradebook. So this is where you can monitor your students' progress. You can filter your view by class, student, or subject, and the filters you choose change how your report looks. So you just make your selections using the drop-down menus and then click View Grades. We'll start with a class and a subject. So once you're in your report, there are also these download and print functions as needed for your documentation. And you see that you can also change the parameters in here inside the gradebook so that you don't have to go all the way back to switch the class or the subject that you're looking at. If you want to access grades for one individual student, you can do this in the gradebook as well. Instead of choosing a class, you choose from your list of specific students. And again, choose your subject, view grades, and you'll see any and all grades that this student would have for this subject. And again, while you're in here, you see that you have the ability to, again, switch between students and switch between subjects as well. Also, I wanted to note that the students themselves can access their own grades as well to encourage their own tracking and accountability. So when they are on the dashboard and they see their courses, they can click into their course and click on this grades tab, and that's where they'll see any grades that they may have for completed assignments. So next under class tools, if we want a deeper look at our student activity, we'll head to reports. So here you have access to multiple reports for tracking student progress. And so we'll start with this one. So time on task by subject. You have options to choose those by type of report, and then once you go in, you can choose your class or student as applicable for the type of report that you chose, as well as a date range. And as a side note, we do recommend setting the date filters relatively short, so maybe monthly or weekly, and rather than pulling a semester or a year's worth of data all at once. So here we'll look at the month of July from 2025. We can view that report. We can see our students' total time in their classwork. And then you can click on these sessions here and drill down into exactly what the student did in which courses and what sessions they had on which dates, times. So you get really granular information on your students in these reports. So as I mentioned, you just choose your parameters, click View Report, and you're also able to download and print those as well, see, again, lots of detailed information on the work that your students have been doing. Next option, we'll talk about your students' study plans. So FastForward assigns lessons based on the student's pretest results, but teachers can add lessons as well. So you start by selecting the subject that you want to look at, and then you can pick your class. If you have access to more than one class, they'll both be here. And then you can pick your student by clicking on them. And you'll see the color coding here for the types of lessons. Black means it was a lesson that was passed on the test. Green means that it was assigned by those pretest results. And blue means that it was assigned by you as the teacher. So you can see here, this teacher has already assigned this lesson to this student. When it's no longer needed, you click remove. If you want to choose a different one, you can click assign. Okay. Let's go to our next option here under class tools. And we'll look at class rosters. So you'll probably be spending quite a bit of time in this section here. So we'll go into detail here and look how we use this to manage our class lists in our courses. So in this case, I have access to two classes as the teacher, so I just pick the one that I want. And then at the top, you have this quick view of how many seats your center has and how many are in use. Keep in mind that this is based on your entire center and that you may not have access to all of those seats, just depending on how your center is set up, how large or how small, the number of students that you're serving, and so forth. So as we scroll down, we can see all the teachers assigned to this class. We can also see all the students assigned to their respective courses, either in FastForward, High School Equivalency Prep, or Workplace Essential Skills, career sector courses. So as you scroll down, you'll see that the students in white are your active students. The students in gray are inactive. And you can toggle off and on the courses here. So let's say we want to, this student left the program a while back and now is returning. We want to re-add them to be able to, again, have access to the courses. So we click the checkbox. We go back up here, this save changes should appear. It's not always visible, but as soon as you make a change that the system recognizes, this button will pop up and you'll click on save changes. And that student now appears in the top active section. And again, you can remove access for that student again as well if you need to. You'll see a little pop-up. Did this user complete the course? If they completed the course, you don't expect them back, you can click yes. Otherwise, click cancel if it's unknown. Go back up. You changed something, so that save changes. Click that. And then again, that student goes back down to the gray inactive area. If you need to add a new user, a new student, you'll just click on add user, enter their email address, first name, last name, click create user. It's really simple. Just remember that all new users will use the same default password, that change me one ! And they'll be prompted to update it the first time they log in. Okay. Now, if you're needing to re-add a student from previously who has returned, you can and does not appear on this inactive list, you can click on Find User. And here you'll see all the students that you have access to add to your class. You can scroll, or you can simply search at the top. When you find the student you want, you hit that select button to add them to the roster. Okay. But don't forget, because this student may not have access to the correct courses. So be sure to indicate, double check and indicate in the checkbox which set of courses they should have access to. And then again, if you've made a change, you click that Save Changes. Also, from that class roster, you can see the student's last login needed. And you also have access to remove them entirely from your class roster. If you do that, they'll still be in your center's full roster, which your KET center administrator can continue to access. The last handy feature on the class roster screen is this Quick Reports. So if you just toggle that and open it up, you'll see that you have two options for time on task, 7 days or 30 days. This is great if you want a quick view of your students' activity just over the last week or month. So with that, we conclude this tour of the class tools and the key features for FastForward and Workplace Essential Skills. If you have additional questions about how to use the platform, you can reach out to us at KET. Just click on your profile in the top corner, click on that Help option. You'll see a few frequently asked questions. You can click on those arrows to open that information, or you can click on the I still have a question or need to report an error option, and that opens a form that you can fill out and submit to us. You're also welcome to email us directly at adulted@ket.org with any issues or concerns as you use the program. Thank you for joining me, and happy teaching.